Sometimes, small towns who want to be heard lean in to a gimmick. In the 1870s, residents of Greensburg, Indiana noticed a small sprig growing from the courthouse tower. Today, the sprig is still there. Businesses name themselves after Tree City. Recently, different signs have popped up, signs you can find in small towns and big cities across America.
Just like every place else in the nation, we are begging for laborers.
That's Tammy Wenning. She loves children and her city. She knew if every place needed workers, Greensburg would need some way to stand out.
We talked about all sorts of things that would make people comfortable coming into a community where you know no one. So I said, you know, my husband, I'm pretty sure he'll go along with this, that the two of us would be happy to serve as surrogate grandparents.
Just like that, Greensburg became the latest place to post on MakeMyMove.com, a website where cities and towns recruit remote workers to relocate. For 5 people, Greensburg is offering $5,000 and grandparents on demand.
Greensburg certainly is a standout.
Evan Hawk runs the site.
What we're living through is a major societal shift, and that millions of people for the first time are free to choose their homes independent of their employer.
That shift gives workers leverage with their employer and with prospective cities looking to build their base.
We kind of tapped into something.
Brian Robbins oversees Greensburg's economic development.
We give business incentives to our incentives to businesses all the time to get them to come to our community. We're just taking that approach towards individuals, towards families.
They pay taxes, they spend at local restaurants, and all of that money sort of trickles through the economy.
Greensburg is a town of 10,000. They're among dozens on Make My Move, including cities as large as Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Baltimore, all dipping their toes into a new lane for growth. But only Greensburg has Granny Tammy.
The intent was to do it quietly to see how it worked, and well, that's out off the table now.
Tree City went viral. This gimmick garnered national attention and 1,800 applicants for 5 open spots.
Some guy in California said something about Indiana being so boring that their elderly had to import grandkids so they had something to do, and I responded. I said, I am the elderly you're referring to. So anything that we can do to help make life better for kids that's a win.
Can 5 people inject new energy into Greensburg? People with their own jobs who won't solve the need for help wanted? Is this a gimmick or real growth? That's for the future. In the present stands a small town unafraid, as always, to lean in.
If we're going to keep being vital, we've got to have people here. If you're not growing, you're dying.
In Greensburg, Indiana, I'm Matt Pearl.